Christianity is a monotheistic religion based on the teachings of Jesus Christ as the Son of God. Central principles: the unity of God, salvation through Jesus, the Bible is the sacred text. Divided into denominations: Catholicism, Orthodoxy, Protestantism. Widespread and influences culture and society. Islam is a monotheistic religion based on the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. The sacred text is the Quran. The main principles are belief in one God, fulfillment of 5 obligatory actions, important place in culture and morality. Buddhism is a religion and philosophical system based on the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha. The basic tenets of Buddhism include the 4 noble truths, the path of liberation, nirvana, the Eightfold Path, which includes moral principles, practices of meditation and cognition, and teachings on karma and cycles of rebirth. The central text of Buddhism is the Tripitaka, consisting of the sutras Vinaya and Abhidhamma. Hinduism is an ancient religion and philosophical system that developed in India. It consists of many beliefs, rituals, and teachings, including belief in reincarnation, samsara, and karma, the worship of many gods and goddesses, polytheism, and teachings on dharma, duty, and moksha, liberation. Important texts are the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Mahabharata, and the Bhagavad Gita. Jainism is an ancient Indian religion based on the teachings of Tirthankaras, spiritual teachers, such as Mahavira. The basic principles of Jainism include non-violence, ahimsa, non-attachment, anikanta vedya, and renunciation of material attachments, aparigraha. Followers of Jainism strive to liberate the soul from the cycle of rebirth and achieve the relaxation of karma through ascetic practices and spiritual perfection. Important texts of Jainism. Agamas. Sikhism is a monotheistic religion based on the teachings of Guru Nanak and subsequent gurus. The basic tenets of Sikhism include one God, Vaheguru, communion with God through prayer and meditation, the doctrine of equality of all human beings, and an aspiration to serve the community, seva. Sikhs also adhere to the principles of honesty, justice, and respect for other religions. The sacred text of the Sikhs is the Guru Granth Sahib. Sikhism has its own unique culture and rituals, including the wearing of the turban and the kirpan, dagger. Taoism is an ancient Chinese religion and philosophical system based on the teachings of Lao Tzu. The basic tenets of Taoism include seeking harmony with nature, following the path, the Tao, and accepting opposites, yin and yang. The central concepts are spontaneity, naturalness, and non-interference. The sacred texts of Taoism are the Tao Te Ching and the Zhuangzi. Shintoism is an ancient Japanese religion based on the veneration of natural phenomena, spirits, and deities, known as kami. The basic tenets of Shintoism include respect for nature, purification rituals, and worship at sacred sites, jinja and hainja, and a belief in a spiritual connection to ancestors. The central concept is kami, which can mean deities, nature spirits, or ancestral souls. Judaism is one of the world's oldest religions, based on the teachings of the Torah and Talmud. The basic tenets include belief in one God, Jehovah, the idea of the election of the Jewish people, observance of the commandments and laws of the Torah, and the practice of rituals and traditions, including the Sabbath, prayers, and rituals of celebration. Judaism also represents the cultural and ethnic identity of the Jewish people and influences many aspects of their lives, including education, family values, and social practices. Zoroastrianism is one of the world's oldest religions, based on the teachings of the prophet Zarathustra, Zoroaster. The basic principles include belief in one God, Ahura Mazda, the struggle between good and evil, and the doctrine of free will and responsibility for one's actions. The central concept is asha, or truth and righteousness. The important texts of Zoroastrianism are the Avesta. The religion had a significant influence on the development of ancient Persian culture and philosophy. Bahai is a world religion founded in the 19th century by Mirza Hussain Ali Nuri, known as Baha'u'llah. Baha'i core principles include belief in one God, the unity of all religions and humanity, the elimination of racial, ethnic, and social differences, and the promotion of peace and justice. Baha'is believe in the successive appearances of divine teachers or prophets, including Buddha, Jesus Christ, and Muhammad, and consider Baha'u'llah to be the last of them. Baha'is emphasize education, the promotion of peace and social justice, and their religious centers are spread throughout the world. Confucianism is an ancient Chinese philosophical and ethical system based on the teachings of Confucius, Kunzi. The basic principles of Confucianism include respect for tradition and custom, ethics of personal responsibility, and duty, ren. Teachings on relationships in society, including family and government relations, and the practice of moral improvement. The central concepts are zeng, humanity, yi, righteousness, li, ritual, zheng, rectitude, and shu, observance. Confucianism has had a significant impact on Chinese culture, education, and political system, and continues to be an important aspect of social life in China and beyond. Tenryu is a Japanese religious system based on the teachings of Mitsuharu Nakayama in the early 19th century. It combines elements of Shintoism, Buddhism, Confucianism. The basic tenets of Tenryu include the teachings of enlightenment through the practice of rituals and prayers, the pursuit of harmony with nature and society, and the teachings of fate and karma. A central concept is the idea of ten, or heavenly calling, which involves reconnection with the divine. Tenryu has influenced Japanese culture and customs, and plays an important role in the lives of many Japanese, especially in rituals and ceremonies. New Age movements and neo-paganism are modern religious and spiritual movements that often combine elements of various traditional and non-traditional beliefs. New Age includes a wide range of practices, from astrology and tarot to meditation and reincarnation, with an emphasis on personal spiritual development and self-discovery. Neo-paganism includes religious movements inspired by ancient European and pagan traditions such as Vedic deity, Celtic magic, or Scandinavian Asatru. Both movements often focus on respecting nature, restoring lost traditions and rituals, and attract people seeking alternative forms of spirituality in the modern world. Rastafarianism is a religious and cultural movement that emerged in Jamaica in the early 20th century. It combines elements of Christianity with African traditions and symbolism. Rastafarians believe in the divinity of the former emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie I, whom they consider to be the incarnation of God on earth and the Messiah. Therefore, he is often referred to as Yah, Yahweh, or Levian. They also hold the doctrine of the return of the African people to their native country and fight for liberation from slavery and discrimination. Cao Dai is a religious and philosophical system that emerged in Vietnam in the early 20th century. The founder of Cao Dai, Ngo Van Chiem, claimed that many spiritual entities, including Confucius, Buddha, Lao Tzu, and Jesus Christ, appeared to him and entrusted him with the mission to teach people and create a unified religion. The basic principles of Cao Dai include the teachings of reincarnation and karma, the worship of the god Cao Dai, the Supreme Lord, and the veneration of spiritual teachers, and the pursuit of harmony among religions and nationalities. Shamanism is a traditional form of belief and practice that usually involves ideas about and interaction with the spirit world through rituals, ceremonies, and mediums known as shamans. The basic idea is that shamans can make contact with spirits, summon help, and perform rituals to heal, predict the future, protect against evil spirits, and attract good fortune. Shamanism has many varieties, and is found in different cultures around the world, such as the Tungus in Siberia, the Indians in America, and the Saharan tundra. The Druze, also known as Christian Friends, are a Christian religious movement that originated in 17th century England. The founder was George Fox. The Druze hold ideas about an inner light that is present in every person and allows them to communicate with God directly, without intermediaries, churches, or priests. They emphasize peace, respect for each person, and non-violence. Satanism is a religious and philosophical movement that, depending on its particular form, can have different aspects and teachings. At the heart of Satanism is the veneration of Satan or Lucifer as a symbol of individualism, free will, and opposition to traditional moral standards. Satanists generally reject the spiritual authority of religious or moral doctrines, preferring independent thought and self-determination. There are different strands of Satanism, including theistic Satanism, which believes in the real existence of Satan, and Neo-Satanism, which rather views Satan as a symbol. Unitarianism is a form of Christianity that emphasizes one God, rejects the Trinity of the Godhead, the doctrine of the Trinity, and generally adheres to the idea of one God, monotheism. Unitarianism emphasizes the importance of intellectual freedom, tolerance, and social justice. The Unitarian faith places emphasis on personal spiritual truth and self-knowledge, and recognizes different paths of spiritual development. Unitarianism may have some variations and deviations in doctrine and practice in different countries and cultural contexts. Thank you all so much for watching. You learned about a lot of interesting religions in this video. Write in the comments if you have something to add or ask. I will be grateful if you subscribe to the channel and put a like on this video. Good luck to everyone.